Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Century Countess. In today's video, it's a update slash get ready with me. So without further ado, let's begin. So this week, if you guys have seen the little short vids here and there, the stuff on Instagram, it was a week. It was one hell of a week. Tuesday, we got short notice. This past Friday, we got a notification that they're coming to check the sprinklers and stuff. No biggie. That was Tuesday, so we had plenty of time to prepare. I prepared the place as best as I could. All was said and done, all good. I left, ran errands that Tuesday, came back around 5-ish. Because my drag sister, who is staying in Colorado for 6 months, was going to call me around 6:30. So I wanted to get home, charge my phone, just chill. I saw the notification. So we had 2 days. That day and Wednesday to prepare our house for a surprise inspection. And basically, so for those who don't know what a surprise inspection is, it's where an organization comes in. You don't know if your apartment's being picked or not, and they go in and they basically see if you are a hoarder, if you are damaging the place on purpose, if there's stuff that is falling apart and you haven't reported it. So basically, they're coming in to scrutinize your place, mark checks, mark X's, checks for goodness, X's for badness, that type of thing, and basically interrogate you about it if you're there. Well, so, but you have the option to be there or not. I choose to be there because there are things here that's not my fault. For example, we had a renovation right when quarantine ended, and let's just say the renovators who came in did crappy jobs, such as there's blotches of brownish black paint on my ceiling. There are things that they poorly fixed or attached, but those are all other stories. So literally, they always question me about it. They say they're going to have somebody come in to fix it. They never do. They seriously never do. So I'm not worried about it, but I like to be there. So if they ask about it, I can explain that, hey, that's not me. That's who they hired. So if you want to get on to me, get on to the people that hired the poor job renovators. So anyway, we had to cancel our therapist session. Last week I was not feeling too well, so I had to cancel it that time. But this time I had to cancel it because I needed time to clean my place. I was up from 5 that night, Tuesday, up to midnight cleaning. I was mentally exhausted. I woke up feeling like I got hit by a truck because I was feeling the impact of overworking, because it was such short notice. It gets better. So I cleaned my place. The place looks good. I even did a video of it. I never thought I'd do a video of my apartment, my studio. But I was so happy with how I cleaned it up. I might as well share it with everybody before it starts to get dirtied up again with projects and stuff. And there's a big project that's coming. And it's going to be very, very messy. So I thought before we got started on that, might as well share the apartment while we can. And I'm glad those who commented liked it, because seriously, I will admit, this is my first place. It will have some sentimental value, sentimental memories when I leave. But the environment around it is just pure shit. Like just yesterday, Friday, I'm getting ready to do laundry, try to at least. Maintenance for the first time show up on a Friday. and they say we're not, basically they're not supposed to fix or touch the washer and dryers, but for some reason they're fixing and doing something to the dryers, and they locked me out from getting my laundry. And as you guys know, leaving your freshly washed, undried laundry is not good in the laundry machine. But here's the thing, we have this pay range. It's called Pay Range, that's the app. And it's not working, so I have $11 in there that I cannot use for my laundry. I only had quarters for washing, and they upped the price, by the way. They upped the price for the dryers, so I did not have the new amount, I should say. I had the amount for the old amount, but not for the new amount. So, lovely. So, I had to make a special trip to my bank, which was hell. And I will say this, I don't know went on this past Friday. Everybody had attitude. If it was not a tenant or a employee with attitude, people were also bitching about, excuse my language, by the way, people were also bitching and griping about people having attitude. So it's like, at least I knew I wasn't hallucinating. I wasn't the only one alone. So, and then anyway, I ran my errand, get my quarters from my bank. Thank goodness I had $10 in cash on me to exchange for quarters. I get home to find a letter on my door, and I'm like, two things. They could have done their inspection the day after and never made an announcement, which is pure bullshit. That's why I keep all my pamphlets. So if ever they do something like that, I can prove. It's like, look, I got notification they were supposed to be here Thursday. They never showed up, and here they are Friday. I was not told they were coming Friday. I was told they were coming Thursday. This is BS. Who I would report this to, I do not know. I honestly don't know, but whoever I can, I would say something. So anyway, it wasn't what I thought. It's a tax credit update. Now, I have until Tuesday to get it filled, the rest of it filled out by management. Now here's the fun part. I didn't get the packet in the beginning. I just got the envelope saying that I was given a packet, got to fill it out, meet with management Monday or Tuesday. Tuesday the deadline. Or who knows what would happen. And normally stuff like that, if you don't complete it, you're going to lose your housing. You're going to be on red flags and lose housing. So I was panicked. I tried calling everybody, staff-wise, for help. Nothing. I emailed my life coach. I didn't hear anything back right away, but I finally heard something. She explained that the reason why I didn't get the packet was there was a notification that was supposed to be put on my mailbox to let me know. There was no notification, so she brought it up and clipped it to my door. So I was glad to hear that, because seriously, I thought maybe I was given a pamphlet. And there's people who hate me just to hate me who live here. My neighbor has a grudge against me because I was a witness for his bullying, and this was years ago. I'm in my mid-30s now, and this happened when I was in my mid-20s, and he still has a grudge. Well, I wish he didn't move here. I thought I'd be done with him, but he moved in here. They decided to make him my neighbor, and he's expressed he still has a grudge for me reporting his bad behavior. But it's like, when you're driving, when you bully somebody to the point where they're close to suicidal tendencies, honey, that's pure cruel. And if you're mad that you got penalized for it and you're going to have a grudge against me, that's narcissism. To me, that's a form of narcissism. You're just mad that you got caught and you're just retaliating, which is why he probably likes to flood my place. But that's a whole other story. So anyway, packet was found. I filled it out. Now comes the fun part. Trying to get a hold of my manager to schedule something. And my plan is I'm going to try to be nice because this was given to me Friday and I was told I had 2 days to meet with somebody. So if they're like, oh, I need it, I'm like, look, I was informed of this. I didn't even know about this. As far as I know, I did not know that this was coming. Whatever paperwork that I was informed of, I was already informed that I didn't have to worry about it. And this was back in March. So I don't know if the paperwork that was mentioned back in March is the paperwork that they're complaining about now. Because if it is the paperwork that was mentioned in March, I was told I didn't have to worry about it. So this is pure bullshit. Pure bullshit. And by the way, our color palette today will be red and black. I have this plaid shirt that I kept that's red and black from my before goth years, and we're going to try to turn it into a goth look today. I thought something different. In all honesty, I'm doing it to kind of play with somebody. There's somebody here who was like, you're always wearing black, 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 black. Yes, I wear black, but I also wear colors or colors. Well, I don't see it. Well, honey, if I see you, you're probably going to see it, that I wear color. And I wore it today because I'm experimenting with a shirt. And this is how I decide if I'm going to keep something or not, if I can make it part of my goth wardrobe. And how how people react to it on the street. Positive people, by the way, not the assholes. I ignore all the assholism and only accept the positive feedback. And I only accept the feedback from fellow people from the goth community, or alternative, or people who respect and know about the alternative, not the ones who don't even know what goth is. I will be honest, when people ask me why I'm dressed like this, and I say because I'm part of the I'm goth or part of the goth community, the first thing that they think of is not GOTH. They think of GOLF. Like I'm going to play golf. And I'm trying to literally say, but it's like golf and golf sound similar. So it's like they're laughing, saying, "Oh, you can." It's like, so from now on. And I will say this, and Starry, even if you're watching this, guess what? I am going to be buying one of your shirts very soon. I wanted to get the sea sausage because, for the joke, But I'm thinking about one of the ones that I can't think of the title right now, where it just says I'm goth or something like that, or oh my goth. It's one of those shirts. I can't remember which one. The only one I can remember is oh my goth. But there is one where somebody asks me a question, I can just open my coat if I have a coat, or I just point to the shirt and be like, here's your answer. You don't know what it is? Google search. Because seriously, I've tried to explain to the normies. The worst ones are the ones who think they're a Kardashian. Let me give you an example. Oh, why are you dressed like that? I'm goth. Oh, you're part of a golf community? Why would golfers wear makeup? No, I'm not part of the golf community. I'm part of goth community. G-O-T-H. Not G-O-L-F. And what is that? I tried to explain. You have no idea how much I wanted to basically bash their brains out because I cannot stand the Kardashian aesthetic. Literally. And trust me, it's not attractive. The only people that are going to be attracted to that are the people that are probably trying to... I don't even want to say it. I don't even think I can say it on YouTube. But let's just say the people that are going to be attracted to that are not men that's going to be in a relationship with you for long. They're going to basically... It's sad. It's sad that for some reason people think, okay, the Kardashians can do this, the Kardashians can do that. I'm going to try to pretend to be a Kardashian. It's not attractive. It is not attractive. Why you want to act like them, I don't know, but you're not them. You can't be... You probably have a high paycheck to probably buy a good bushel of shopping wear. But honey, you're no Kardashian, so if you're going to approach me with that Kardashian attitude, just shay away. Trust me, I do not want the Kardashian people coming at me. Kardashian wannabes coming at me, asking me, why you dress like that? Because I'm this close to being like, why do you think you're a Kardashian? You seem like a Kardashian. You have the tone of a Kardashian. Can you explain to me, before I explain myself and give you a good laugh, explain the Kardashian aesthetic. Explain the Kardashian aesthetic, please. Please? Changing the subject, going back to the whole prepping for inspection and stuff, is when you put things away, and can't remember where you put them. I can't remember where I put my foundation kabuki brush, so I'm brushing off this stuff with a blusher brush, and just, getting the excess off. Alright. Oh, God. Okay. We're good. But, just thinking about it again, just the whole Kardashian. Oh my God. I've never followed the Kardashians. I am still mortified at what one of them did to an iconic historical piece, the Marilyn Monroe dress. And here's the thing, for those of you who don't know the details, so one of the Kardashians rented out an item that was worn by Marilyn Monroe. It was the Happy Birthday, Mr. President dress. She just wore it to walk up some stairs, took it off, and put on a replica. What's the whole point? You could have just replicated it to your proportions. Why destroy a garment with historical celebrity value due to the stupidity of the museum? There's a whole thing about the museum as to why they allowed it. I don't want to go into details because, one, I'm not too deep into that. I can't explain it, but basically it's a type of place where it's like they don't respect the value, so they allowed it. It's sad, but it's old news, and that dress is damaged. I don't know if it's on display now, but all I can tell you guys is they wore it just to go up some stairs, then they went somewhere, I guess to a restroom, to slip on the replica. Why couldn't you have just worn the replica? Why couldn't you have just rented out the dress so you could have somebody who was very respectful of historical items, like a dressmaker designer, take the measurements, take the style, get a pattern from it, without damaging. There are ways to get patterns from antique costuming, or not antique costumes, antique clothing, or vintage clothing, to get the pattern without being intrusive and then wear it that way. Obviously you did, because honey, you wore the replica after you climbed those stairs. I think it was just 12 steps wearing Marilyn's dress just to slip into a replica. And so why am I going on a rant now with the Kardashians? Oh, that's right, because there's people who seem to like the Kardashian aesthetic, and then here they are, they're making fun of the goth community. I'm going on a rant. I'm changing the subject right now because it's irking me, because you can tell that I've been dealing with people with this type of aesthetic for a long time. So on some good news, Freeka's wig should be here today. I just got a notification saying it is out for delivery. Fingers crossed. We may not do the video tonight, but we will definitely probably do the video this Sunday of Freeka. Okay. Now that I have done my contouring and my foundation, I am going to wash my hands and we'll proceed with the next step, which is putting on the fun eyeshadow, lips, etc. So, for those who want to know what I deal with on a daily basis, one sec, I gotta clean my stationery thing. The people that I deal with is, one, the Kardashian wannabe girls with the annoying laugh. The macho men who are not really macho. They just think trying to run down a goth with a scooter is considered sexy in front of girls. Trust me, they're doing it just to impress, but they're also doing it because it's like they don't like what they're seeing, so nothing's going to be done, so they're going to run you down anyway. Trust me, this place is getting close to this country is getting close to a lawless stick country. When that happens, I guarantee you, a lot of the people who have been bullied, a lot of the people who have a lot of anger, they're all going to gather together and they're just going to have a beatdown. I guarantee you, that's what's going to happen if this country becomes a lawless country. And that's all I'm going to talk about with politics. So the other people that I encounter are religious fanatics. And I'm not talking about over-obsessed, like, get with God type of people. You'll be sitting at a bus stop, minding your own business, crossing the street, and people are trying to enforce a pamphlet to their church to you. And if you reject it, they try to throw it, they force it into your bag or something, or try to stick it in your pocket. So a lot of involuntary touching if you don't accept it. I just grab it, look at it, and trash it in the next side of the street. The other ones are the people who have to ask questions. Why are you dressed like that? You explain, and then this is all they give you. Like this look, like they're judging you, they're like scrutinizing you as you explain. They look completely disgusted. That type of deal. The next one I like to call the Karen. Borderline Karen. There was one, it hasn't happened except twice, where I get in a trolley, train, thing, shuttle, whatever they call it now, and two women come in. No baby crying. Honest to God, no baby crying. The woman comes up and she goes, "Excuse me, you're scaring my baby. They're crying their eyes out. Why do you look like that?" And I'm looking at them and I notice they have a horrendous, poor tattoo job on their face. In my head, I want to say, did you ever think that maybe it's because of that cheap job on your face? But instead I just look at them and I'm like, because I am goth. I am trad goth. I'm not doing anything, and obviously that kid's not crying. Any more questions? She backs away, and you could hear them like mumbling crude jokes about like, he's goth, that's why he's doing it. Oh God. So I call it Karen bitchasm. people who are like close to being that caring, but they don't stick around to fight. They get their answer, they go back, and they basically complain and joke about it, scrutinize you, that type of thing. I have only encountered maybe one or two Karens in my life. One is a continuing menace. I don't see it as often as I used to, thank goodness. And then there's another one who is, I call it the nice Karen. And that's a whole other story. In fact, one of my songs that Mr. Fancy Man sings, Darling, I'm Gay, is basically it's symbolic to that event in my life. I had to tell this person not once, not twice, but several times, I am gay, I'm not interested. And I was in my mid-20s, and this lady was like 65 years old, and she thought I was older because of my maturity. And she started making not inappropriate advances, but she was making some very uncomfortable comments. Like, not comments about, my body or anything, just expressing her love. Her romantic fantasy world love. Like, hoping that we would become a couple, that type of thing. Not into details like, what she wanted to do, if we were together, etc., etc. She would, she doesn't live here anymore, but she used to knock at my door at inappropriate hours of the night, wanting to chat. She thought our friendship was more than a friendship. She went around and told people that. There were stupid people who, actually one of them lost their job because of their, quick to believe a favorite person type of attitude, type of thing. But that's a whole other story. But it's those type of people that believed that a gay man would be in love, who's like mid-20s, by the way, mid-20s, would have relations or date a 65-year-old disabled lady. Not interested. I am not interested. I had to be rude to this person, and still, the denial, they were like, literally, and it got worse. If I didn't talk to them, they would go to these people, and I would be enforced to have conversations with this person. One of the reasons why I left the day center that I used to participate in. So anyway, that person's gone. I only saw them once when they came to visit, and this was right after I became a goth. They only saw me once, and it was in my full aesthetic. They smiled and waved at me, and then they beckoned me over. I kept walking. So I don't know if they said anything about me, because they have a habit of talking about people. Like, for example, she would ask one person to go grab them a cup of coffee, even though it's 3 steps away. And while they were away, they would talk about how ugly their clothing is or something like that. Even if I was straight and this person was younger, I would not want to be with somebody who judges somebody, not knowing their background history. People will say otherwise, and those are the people that are on their side. But I digress. I am very off subject, you guys. I apologize. But at least you're getting to know what my daily routine is. Like, the people I deal with every day when I walk out, full-faced, golf, clothing, everything. So you're finding out more stuff as you trail off the subject, which was what's going on this week. So, as you guys know, multitasking, mentally exhausted, emotionally exhausted, physically exhausted because of all these time limits. See how far we're already 29 minutes in, and I haven't even finished. This is going to be a long video, you guys. This is going to be a very long video. And I thank you guys for sticking around. So, Leah say this? I'm glad she doesn't know about this channel, because the first thing she's probably going to do is comment, very disrespectful, address me by my birth name. Now, my birth name, some people, I still go by it with some people, or people I'm close to. People I am not close to, or people I do not even want to know. I don't even want to know. I don't want them to know me, because they're like the toxic people. I give them my goth name, and it's eventually I will start going fully by my goth name. My goth name is Reaper, as in the Grim Reaper, not Reefer as in the drug or the herb or whatever it's called, but Reaper as in Green Reaper. I am doing my eyeliner when I'm not supposed to. This is the result of being overstressed. You step ahead with makeup. So, let me see. So I think, let's see. Well, this side is already done, so I think we'll just do the red side. So I apologize if, as always, I end up. Hold on a sec, let me find my makeup brush for this. I have an idea for a design for this. So I made this template last night. It was by accident. I'm going to use it for a costume project, but I'm going to try to basically, not as big as this, but I'm going to try to replicate it on my eye. So let's see. Wish me luck, you guys. I'm just going to do the outline. But I just designed that shape, and I thought that shape was really pretty, so I thought, let's make it goth. I'm going to use it as a goth aesthetic, maybe like my special symbol. Don't know what the symbol would represent, but it could be something. I cannot believe, you guys, we've passed 30, we're 32 minutes in, but almost 33. I can't believe this is going to be a long video, so I appreciate those who are still with me. And I don't blame you if you skipped a few bits just to get to just to step ahead, just to get to a few steps. Alright, so I'm going to pause this and finish filling this out, and then I'll show you the result of the finished look. As you can see, you already kind of see what it looks like. I'm just filling it in, and that's going to take some time. So to make sure this is not an hour-long video, I'm going to pause it here, and I'm going to finish filling this in. Okay, so I have colored in the eye with a couple of layers of red. And I've also went ahead and did the template for the other side. I am now switching from this palette, which is the Spotlight You Can Be. This is a palette I've used in most of my videos, with my brand new Gothic palette from Sunset Makeup. But we still have a little bit of the black pigment, just barely, inside the old one. So, and I want to try to, I don't like wasting, so I want to try to use as much as this before we crack into the black of that one. However, occasionally I have already cracked into it, basically, for events where I want more pigment, where pigment is needed. So I'm just using it to smoke out the eyeliner pencil that I put on and to blacken my lids. and to basically, yeah, add details to what I want. Which is basically, and if you hear that sound, that's my coffee saying, hey, I'm turning off because I've been warming up your coffee, keeping your coffee warm for about an hour now, so it's time to give me a break. God, we are going to be 40, I guarantee you this video is going to be 45 minutes long. I apologize, you guys. I apologize. When I go on a deep rant and I don't catch myself, this is what happens. So I apologize that you guys heard all that, but hey, it's like you learn something new about me. You learn what type of people I deal with when I go outside. There are some positive people, I assure you. There are some positive. So if you guys are, wanting to visit Seattle, I'm not telling you not to. I'm just preparing you that this is the type of people you might endure. You might endure some very intrusive people that will get this close to your face when asking a question or accusing you of something that you did not do, such as being accused that you made a baby cry and the baby's not even crying. And just so somebody can come up, and it's just their excuse for them to come up to you and basically say you're ugly as shit. And then while they're saying that, you're looking at them and they got one butched up tattoo on their face. So you know why they're approaching you, because they know they're ugly as shit, so they need somebody to feel just as ugly. Isn't working. It's not working. But I will say this, I am this close to basically saying how I feel about people. I just can't say it to certain people, otherwise I might lose my housing. Or whatever luck streak I have here will definitely be gone. On a better note, I looked at this month's calendar. There's no mandatory meeting. I think they realized a lot of people are not going to show up, and those are the people who voted for the mandatory meetings. So I think we don't have one this month, and the reason probably is because of that, or all the staff people that are involved in it are busy, aka going on vacation after coming back from vacation. It's like every time when I ask about people, I hear, oh, they're on vacation, they're on vacation. Oh my god. Wouldn't it be suck if you're told, if I had that to do that fade by Tuesday and the person I have to meet with goes on vacation? Oh my god, that would not be on me. That would not be on me. And if it's only that person that can do it, they're going to have to wait then till that person gets back, because one, I was told by the letter to meet with them either Monday or Tuesday. It was Friday. They don't come in on Friday. And it's their weekend, so I am being courteous and not, calling that number, because I'm sure they're not going to answer. No, there has... And here I am talking to myself again, saying stuff that's going on in my head, reenacting stuff of how I would say stuff I would say to people. I apologize if it sounds like I'm losing my mind, you guys. Which I am, because I'm living in a shithole, and I cannot wait to be out of this shithole. Oh, this looks cool, you guys. We are 39 minutes in, so what I'm going to do next is... Let's see, what is this? I'm going to find my blending brush, and then I'm going to do something with the red and the black to blend it. We're going to take more of the red pigment and just try to blend this bit. Make it kind of blend. Oh god, I got my eye. And again, I apologize that I do this off camera. I don't mean to. It's just out of habit, you guys. I forget that I'm filming and looking in a mirror. Trying to look in a mirror at least. Oh god, we got a spot. Okay. It is turning out so good. Okay. Then we ended up erasing half of it. Alright, and then might as well just bring that down. Just a little bit of black. And it there. Alright, so we fixed it. I really like how the look is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish styling my hair. Not sure what Josette's doing. I'm sure you can see her tail flicking in the background. I just noticed that too. I'm going to finish putting on my outfit and then I will show you the final results. Alright you guys, here it is. Let me add the final. Hold on. Didn't even get all my finger holes in. Adding the final. Look. Oh my god. I will say this, guys. I don't think I'm going to be keeping this plaid shirt. I might convert it into something else. Because, let me see if I can show you guys. Anyway. Your opinions? Does it look good? If not, I will convert it into something if I decide to try to save it. If I can't save it, it's garbage. Anyway, it is 42 minutes in. We didn't do 45, that's good. Thank you for watching. Sorry for my rants. But at least you do know more stuff about me. Anyway, please like, subscribe, hit that bell. Please leave me comments. I love the comments. I get so heartbroken when I don't see comments. So until next time, see you later. Bye-bye.